Hello, teachers. Welcome to the Digital Bhavishya Program. As you all know, that your students have to enroll and participate in this program has been specially designed to upskill your students in the areas of 21st century skills, career awareness, and digital skills. So now let's see what is it that the students will be doing in the program. Now, the students in the program have to complete 9 activities. Each of these activities cater to a different skill set and a different set of knowledge that we will be giving out to them. So, please note, teachers, that there are total of 9 activities, out of which activity 1 and 2 and activity 9 are independent activities. That is, all the students in the team will have to complete this activity. Activities 3 to 8 are team activities. That is, the student teams that you create together will have to complete these. Now, let us have a look at each activity independently. Now, activity 1, which is team identity, in this the teams get introduced to the program. So students have to fill up their basic details, wherein they enter details of which class they're in, their names, etc. The lead can be taken by the student leader, the team leader. However, all the student details need to be filled in this particular activity. Now we move on to activity 2, which is baseline knowledge check. Over here, students are tested on what they know about the topics that are going to be covered in this particular program already. It is not important that students score highly in this. Teachers, please note, this is just for us to understand what is it that students know. As I've mentioned earlier, every student in the team needs to complete this particular activity. So, if there are 3 members in the team, all the 3 members have to complete this activity. Okay, let's move on to the next activity. Now, the next activity is when the learning of the students actually starts. How things flow here is students first read a little bit of theory, watch a few videos on stream, that is the importance of all subjects and 21st century life skills. Students learn a little bit about it, and then they get into a fun activity where they actually understand how these skills, the 21st century skills, are actually applied in real life. Okay, we then move on to the fourth activity. Now, in the fourth activity, teachers, we introduce students to how technology is being used in different areas of work. Students understand how technology is used in different industries, how technology helps different industries, and then they get into a fun quiz that they fill up so as to complete this activity. Please note, this again is a team activity. Now, as we move on to activity 5. Now, activity 5, here we introduce to students different areas of career paths that students can take based on what they are interested in and what their skill sets are. The students get introduced to a wide variety of career paths in different industries that are going to be taking over the job market in the times to come. Once students read about all of these activities, all these career paths, they get into a quick quiz where they answer certain questions based on what they've learned so far. Now, once the students have understood about the skills that they need, how technology plays a role in different career paths, the different career paths they can possibly choose, the students move on to activity 6, which is technology, the world savior. Now, teachers, this is a very interesting and important activity for students. Over here, students get introduced to certain projects that have been done of children of their age, by children of their age, in order to solve certain important world problems that we are facing. These problems could include problems of the environment, problems of pollution, problems of climate change, etc. Students look at these videos, students learn from these other children who've created their projects, and then move on to actually becoming problem solvers themselves. Here, students have to then select one particular problem that they feel that the world is facing, or their neighborhood, their society, their community is facing, and they need to start thinking about how they could possibly solve that problem, find a solution for that problem with the help of technology. Okay, we then move on to activity 7. This is a presentation activity. This activity not only tests students on the solutions that they can give, but also checks on, helps students learn different communication skills using presentations. Students learn how to make a Microsoft PowerPoint presentation, and they do that. They create a presentation of the problem that they have identified and the solution that they are proposing. In case students do not have access to devices and cannot make a PowerPoint presentation, students can also create a chart sharing their problem and solution and submit it. Once this gets submitted, students move on to the next activity, which is a bonus activity. It's an activity where students have to create a video where they are talking about the problem and the solution that they're proposing. They're also introducing themselves to the world at large as the future of tomorrow. Now, teachers, this, although is a bonus activity, we would highly encourage you to have your students participate in this activity, because this gives them the confidence and the exposure to be able to communicate their ideas effectively to the world outside. Okay, with this, the team activities get completed. We then move on to the final activity, which is activity 9, reflection and end assessment. Here, students independently fill up a end reflection form to tell us what is it that they've learned after undergoing all these activities in the Digital Bhavishya program. So, however many members of the team they have, all the members need to fill up this end assessment form. Now, teachers, as I mentioned earlier, activities 1, 2, and 9 are independent activities, individual activities. 3 to 8 are activities students do in teams. Teachers, please note that only once students finish one activity can they move on to the next activity. The subsequent activities only unlock once the previous activity has been completed. So we do hope that your students enjoy participating in the Digital Bhavishya program. Thank you very much.